Okay, let's start with this other thing. Words. Okay. That's the same thing. I thought we were gonna go into a recess. Okay. No, then let's continue where we left off, shall we? Sure. Well, witness? Yes, how can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, since we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony. I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out at night. Okay. The plan. The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fey would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. What the heck? Okay. That means, what? Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fey? Yes, you have a problem with that? Don't give us that nonsense, there's no way. Watch yourself try it. If you got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules. Sir Carter is correct, and by the way, that's one of my rules as well. To kill Maya, could it be true? Like what? But how you kill it when you're like channeling yourself in her body? Huh. Okay. Plan began with my death. Okay, let's press on everything. You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. I see, so that's when you discussed the plan. Are you crazy? At first a woman was planning to kill me as well, even though I'm her own daughter. All to make Pearl Fay the master of Corain. She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister Misty took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan. A plan, huh? Yep. Stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. You're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct? Yes. Though at first she had high hopes for the two of us. You and your twin sister Iris. That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance. Okay. I was in trouble with that word. So I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple. You mean Iris? Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. Yes, the other daughter was the police officer in the other case, if I remember correctly. That they planned the stealing of the diamond with. Yeah. On top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. How horrible. The really horrible one was that woman, that bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power. Unfortunately for her, Morgan Fay happened all of her sleepy one. I can't read anymore. Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family. But for it to work, Maya Fey would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya. Oops, wait. Okay. Maya would have to die, but why? For her bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master, the remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya. How sad, you still don't get it, do you? But Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all. Okay. That's ridiculous. She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fey as well. How could anyone do that? Okay. It was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pain on Iris. Okay. You were going to kill Maya? Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead and there's nothing any of you can do to me. Your plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin, on Sister Iris of Hasagura Temple. She and I look absolutely identical, no one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it. And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini. I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hasagura Temple that night, but she wound up seeing Iris' crime anyway. But why do you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she? She don't care. Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. Well, bravo. I couldn't care less about her. Backstabber. You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway. Okay. I went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. I think the plan was a success. You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the master will pass on the Pearl Fey, onto Pearl Fey. That's absurd. Maya is just trapped inside the sacred cavern. Are you sure about that? Can we establish who she's possessing right now? Talia Hawthorne. Have we? Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you, my darling Feeny? Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivety and your pathetic faith in other people. I just want to know one thing. What do you personally think of Morgan Fay's plan? I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of. If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? You may not understand it. In the kind and gentle soul that you are, you may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. So then tell me, why? Isn't it obvious I'm like that? I'm not like that woman. I only acted in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself, for my own personal satisfaction. What do you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hotter, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead. Okay. Wait, this is a new statement. Do I understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? What my goal was? Okay. Obviously it's because you were helping Morgan Fey. Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious. So she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan in her plan so she could accomplish her own goal. All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. That was the only way I could think of to get revenge. Revenge. It's like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. I can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. I got to keep a cool head, and I need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan and what she was after as well. What do you mean that evidence? Hold on. What's the evidence? I'm not sure what's the evidence he's talking about. Some confusion. He said to bring that evidence. Want to kill Maya, give it away. I'm gonna go back to that thing again. Let's go back to Morgan. Just using Morgan. Revenge. I say I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. What? Which one? I'm confused. I'm not sure what it is. Why would you want to kill Maya? Has to be something obvious. This? No. Oops. Okay. Not sure if it's a profile or a thing. He said that evidence. I don't know what that means. that evidence? This? No. Okay. She said she did it for her, not for anyone else. Yes, no. Huh. Magatam? God dang it. I'm not sure. I'm very lost on this one. What's the reason? To hurt me? Can I use me as evidence? No, I'm not even here. Okay, cool. Oh. Don't have a clue, man. Oops. Hold on me on like that. There is the next master. Why would first have to die? The idea was for me to kill Maya. Okay, I'm wrong. Oh. I don't know, this? No? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is. It's hard, man. Why would you kill Maya? No. The diamond thing, we can't prove that out. I don't know. Why would she do it? Huh. That's the thing. Misty? No. Whoops. I'm very lost. I might have to do some googling about this one because I'm stumped. I'm pretty sure the statement is the last one, but that's it. I have to bring up that statement. What is that statement? That not a statement. That evidence. I mean, what is that evidence according to Nick? Nine. I don't know. I have no idea. Yep, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and Google it a little bit. Oh. Oops. Well, yeah, I saw it. I just did the research. Whoopsie. But okay, that's interesting. Apparently, I have to present Mia's profile. Okay. Alright, let's see why, but yeah. It's a thing to do. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Yeah, because Mia was in the trial that got her arrested in the first place, I think. Yeah. I think, was it her? I think so. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either. Except through Maya. Okay, alright. You wanted to take revenge on someone. I was sentenced to die because of that woman, Mia Fey. Yeah. I somehow knew this was it. I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up. And the reason it was impossible was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died. Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. And how do you do that? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved the most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans. Just for that you would kill Maya. Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fey. Yeah, pretty much. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless. Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you there's not a thing you can do to me. That night, at about 9:30 p.m. I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warden hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hasagura Temple. So it was Elisa's name who channeled her after all. Oh. Okay. That ridiculous head never noticed a thing. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple. And Wobbleback's clutching her poor old back. What do you do then? That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern, and I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... What? So then you're saying you stopped Maya? It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. What does that mean, no clear memory? I don't know. I think I was stabbed. You were stabbed. At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it. What? Doesn't like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork. Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness, but before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her. I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end. That's where my memory temporarily stops. It stops. I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own 2 hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness. You were in the sacred cavern? The entrance was sealed with one of those strict locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there. But how did you wind up in there? I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself. For a ghost, you're one tough cookie. I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out. The trick lock stopped you, huh? I didn't know how to remove it. So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside this sacred cavern? Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it. Interrupted? It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall. What? Who? Could it have been Maya? I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see. Why not? If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern. That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Iris? Oh, Maya and Pearls. What? Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll engraving. Yes. Still, finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late. What do you mean by that? The flies had already started to gather. The bridge had been fixed and the police has started their investigation, correct? Naturally I couldn't go out, so instead I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped, but just then Lady Luck showed up. Lady Luck. After that big earthquake she showed up, all by herself. The real Iris. She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. Then locked her in with more locks? God dang. And I locked her away in my place. God damn. That's cold. I finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded. What do you mean plan had succeeded? I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Pearl Fey. Oh, well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in these instructions. But I was wrong. It was Maya. The person I had actually called my spirit back was Misty? Misty Faye. Picture book author. Huh, I don't know about that. Is it really? What? Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Okay. Maya Fey, I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all, but even so I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit. And that is matricide, the sin of killing her own mother. Ugh. No way! I don't know about that. Order in the cart. What is the meaning of this? It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Faye's life was none other than her darling little Maya. Ridiculous. That's nonsense. Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence? The fact that Maya Fey has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it? Huh? The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there is only one place she could be. Where? Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River? Where else? Eagle River. Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. I don't know about this theory. Well, first of all, who's channeling her now? That's the key question. Cause, right? So what do you have to say now, Feeny? Oh, no? Whose phone is it? Mine is on mute, so it's not mine. Okay. Oops. Sorry, that's my phone. What kind of ringtone is that? Okay. Go to here. Okay, thanks. Plot results? Was it something important? I just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern. Oh, okay. That's great. What about Maya? They didn't find anyone, did they? There was a woman in the cave. Oh, Iris. Wasn't Maya Fey? It was the accused sister Iris. Yes, that's what I thought. Okay. Huh. You look so surprised. I locked you in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that. So, what about Maya? Where is she? There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern. No, it can't be. It has to be. Come on. She... Hold on. She's even wearing her clothes, isn't she? Why did it take me so long to realize that? He's wearing Maya's clothes. Okay. I told you, didn't I? She's dead. No. No! It has to be Maya, come on. It has to be. It seems that this case has come to an end. A tragic end. Whoa. It didn't know when what? Sadly, it appears the killer of Alyssa's name, also known as Misty Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River. Okay, we're just jumping into this all these conclusions. Alright. You just believe in this woman? Alright. Sure. Can't be. It's not, man. Huh. Right, have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth, no matter how improbable it may seem. What is that supposed to mean? Prosecutor got it? Wait, who said that before? Someone said that before in this game. Oh, that was Mia, I think. Mia said that. According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side, near the bridge. Oh, and wait. Yes, and there's no water on that side, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's like a ground bit there. No water on that side. Yeah, smart, Goddard, that's smart. Okay. That's right, that's where she jumped from. But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there. Yep. What? Don't get your panties all twisted up, try it. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. So it's impossible? Yes, it is, but Maya couldn't have thrown herself into the Eagle River? Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fey threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Why is there this decision music here? You're gonna ask me if it's possible? Okay. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim? I just saw it. Impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. What do you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Alright, for the whole diamond thing. Just take a look at this overhead map. So you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf. Oh, you're right. She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, she had jumped. We should be able to see her body in this photo. Oh, so you finally figured it out. You? No! Okay. Order! You're just playing with me. Maya Fey's body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere she could possibly be hiding. Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Yes, just a few minutes ago. Go to just said. Maya Fey was inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be. Yep, right here in this curve. What? What is this one possibility you're talking about? That's obviously a plot So where is her dead body then? There's no dead body. It's right here in front of me. Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally the living have no way to punish the dead, but I think there is a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya Fey is in this very courtroom. I'm not even gonna save for that. Only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom. What? My face? You say she's here in my courtroom? Yep. Dahlia Hawthorne. I seem to recall that you said I misunderstood one thing. You see? So what? But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood. What do you mean? Tell me something. At this very moment. Who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne? Bruh, took you so long to ask that question. Oh my god. My man. I'll be slow Phoenix sometimes. Why that? That's obvious. It's Pearl Fate. No, Pearl's wasn't. No. We saw Pearl's during the investigation. After we found Dahlia, I think. It's Pearl Fate, that pathetic little sniveling runt. Oh yeah, we saw her before the trial too. Yeah. You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it. Yeah, she told me that too in the investigation. I feel like channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. Is there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone called me before Pearl did, but who? Pearl even tried again on the day after the crime, but she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now. Am I correct? Ah, yup. It wasn't Pearl that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. Yep. Yep. This is an easy one. Rose couldn't do it. And Misty Faye is gone. There's only one possibility left. Come on already. I can't stand the tension. Dahlia Hawthorne. The person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey. What? But how could that be? Remember what this witness Dahlia Hawthorne said about her goal? She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fey. Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her... Well, Gramps, what would happen? Could it be? Looks like you finally understand, Your Honor. Well, I don't. What are you going on about? What am I going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason. To protect herself from you. Is it though? What if she kills herself though? Would they kill? To protect herself from me? Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fey. The path back to Hesagura was closed off and there was nowhere for her to run. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide? You mean that's when she channeled me? All this time you thought you had been channeled by Pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you. No, don't say that. You're saying that Dolly Hawthorne was played for a fool by the little whelp. Maya Fey killed herself, isn't it obvious? Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple. I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who has never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea? Well, me, of course. Oh, Mia. Mia. Wait, what? Mia? Who is she channeling? Oh, Sparrows, right? Duh, okay. Been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. So it's true, it was you. Yes. Huh, there's something else. But what are you doing here? That hair, it's Pearl's, right? Yep. Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the inner temple's garden, and then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fey. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you. She did. Not terribly surprising since she was about to be killed. When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help, so she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. She did that? I can't believe it. Of course I didn't have all the details, but one thing was perfectly clear. And that was? I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Free? What do you mean? It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived. So it was Maya who put that log on there. Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things? If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Fey. Pearls. Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan, but all she was trying to do was follow her mother, Morgan Fey's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly. So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Fey to kill Maya at all costs. Yes, certainly sounds like that was the intent all along. How dare you, I won't forget this. Why not just admit it? Dahlia Hawthorne. The little plan was nothing but a big failure. Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say? What do you mean by another? Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes. Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. What? How dare you? 11 years ago. The fake kidnapping. Your very first crime. And then when she was with Nick, you got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but after Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, The truth was exposed. Shut your mouth, that wasn't my fault. It was because of the stupid oath of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman. And then 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but... You wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer funny. You wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face. And now this. You messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape. Even though she was right there in front of you. Mia Fey. Mia Fey. Mia Fey. Mia Fey. You spinster. I was supposed to kill Maya Fey like I swore I would. And if only you had gotten this spiky-haired jerk the guilty party, I wouldn't have been hanged to death. True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. You tell her, Mia. What did you say? Fight. Death fight. Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all of eternity. I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you, because you were already dead. What about it? Then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. That's very true, Dahlia. That's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. Dang. Alright. And for you, there's no escape from that, no hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burned to a crisp. You... Oh no, she's powering up. You're wrong. It can't be. How could I lose to the likes of you? No longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. But don't push her into killing herself or something, please. Oh boy, what is happening? Oh. Oh, this is not creepy. Not ready to go. Oh boy, what's happening? Makatama. Maya. Nick. Sis? Oh. He's alive! But she said she was not ready to go, so where is she now? Now then, I assume you are the real Iris. Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern. I must say you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Kodak, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne? If you ask me, Your Honor, looks like she went back to the hell she came from. Seems that Mr. Fay wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Fay as well as the young Pro Fay were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan. Yes, Your Honor. The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again. Your Honor? Yes, what is it? About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the Korean channeling technique. Isn't that the New Year's issue of Occult? I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench. And in all the time I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ. Never thought of it that way. Okay. At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Kasagura Temple.
Objection!
Oh. Godot? The hell? You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor. What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot? This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means. What? Right. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony? Dahlia's testimony. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. And I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom, and it's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed. What, you're accusing Maya of killing Misty now? What, is that the thing? Is that the thing? As Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone. Yes, that's right. Oh, someone else stabbed her? What the heck? Who stabbed her? The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. Holistic's name? No, Misty Fay. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it. I thought it was Maya. Never mind. Oh, who killed her then? Bikini? I don't know. Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. Wait a minute. Where was Pearls at all at that time? He was missing too. I don't know. Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. You can't let her walk until there is evidence that proves her innocence. No way. But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony. The prosecution is ready to call our final witness. Final witness? Oh, we'll clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Mr. Fay. Indeed. Is it really alright, Mr. Prosecutor? They're teaming up? What the heck? I mean, there were a couple back in the day, I think. Yeah, right. Of course it's alright, Madam Attorney. Very well then. Who is this final witness? Oh, isn't it obvious? It's one person who saw the whole event that will put the final dagger in this case. Maya... Someone who saw the murder take place. The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes. You mean Maya? She can't testify after what she's just been through. We need to find the truth. The prosecution calls Maya Fey to the witness stand. Very well. But first we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Fey to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial. Hey Tride, I've got something to say to you, so listen up. What is it? I don't think much of you as a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow manage to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. What you mean? I know what I'm doing. Totally, all the time. Some beautiful women always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. You've got some nerve. That's not going to happen this time. This time, you're going to have to do this by yourself. What the heck? That's enough. This court is now in recess. What does that mean? Oh. Retain 256 BN. This recur defendant lobby number 1. I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day and we didn't even have a chance to talk. He's right. When I met Aris at the training hall yesterday, I had already switched places, and Aris was inside the sacred cavern. I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on. Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you. I want to say because sometimes it throws things at the end of conversation. Why did you help your sister out as much as you did? Huh? You had tried to get help at the sacred cavern yesterday. You wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there. My sister, I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by her mother and never got any love from her father either. Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it? Yes, but at least I had Sister Bikini who was like a mother to me. Only Dahlia had come with me to Hasakura Temple. I always loved her. Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why I promised her that I would help her. We're talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago. Yes, I wanted to be useful to her in some way. Okay, but as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Because of that, Dahlia's stepsister Valerie ended up. That was the case that wounded Mia so badly. But things didn't end there, of course. Oh, she's wearing the same clothes. Never mind. I thought I never realized before that she was wearing Maya's clothes, but everyone wears those clothes apparently. Right, I'm stupid. All the ones from the Korean channeling thing wear the same thing. That makes sense. Okay. Anyway. But things didn't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder. Some people? You must mean... Yes, two defense attorneys. Mia Fey and Diego Armando. After poisoning Mr. Armando, who was getting too close to learning the truth. Dahlia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. You. That's right. Iris, there's one more thing that I have to ask you. Yes, what is it? What is it? On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, Ballistic's name, was it really you? Yes, it was me. That night after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30 I received a call on my cell phone. There's a problem. Come to the inner temple right away. Who these? I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But... But the inner temple was cut off, right? Exactly. Can't just leave the body here. So you've got to do this exactly as I say. Got it? It was me. I was the one that received her body. The murder weapon had been left in her body so she wouldn't bleed too much. The staff that Mystic Elise always held. Okay. I knew it. So the actual murder weapon was the staff. Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hasakura Temple on the snowmobile. But why? Why did you alter the body? I didn't want anyone to know that the staff was a murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Faye. So I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with the Shichishito. I wiped the blood of the staff blade and left it next to her on the ground. Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone the real killer. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. Can't say who did it. Bruh. I see. Okay, victim has a sword hidden inside the actual weapon used to murder the victim. Okay. Defendant? Yes? Judge is calling you. He wants you to see you in his chambers. He has some questions about Dali Houghton. Alright. Well then, I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you. Oh. Okay. Something she wants to tell me. Oh. Why is she blushing? What's happening? Oh, it's true. I was cooperated with the real killer. Maybe even from the very beginning. Phoenix. Mia. How is Maya doing? Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely. But emotionally, she's been hurt very badly by this case. I see. You don't mean she's learned who Elisac's name really was? Yes, I went to the medical office and talked with her. I told her everything I knew. But why? Maya is stronger than you think. I knew she could take it. All of it. What do you mean by that? I want you to figure that answer out by yourself. The trial is about to restart. The real killer. Do you know who it is yet? Iris wouldn't tell me who called her, but still. I think that just maybe I know who it was. Do I know? The night the victim was killed in the garden of the inner temple, and the criminal wasn't just there by accident, which means that the killer knew of Dahlia's plan from the very beginning. And one more thing. The victim was moved to the Hasakura temple site by pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. That means they were stuck on the inner temple site for almost an entire day. So I think it's pointing to Pearl. Maybe Pearl channeling someone. Was it you, Mia? Was it me that killed them? I don't know. Exactly, so the culprit was someone that wasn't in Hasakura Temple the following day. That's as much help as I can give you. Unless... no, Morgan Face. Morgan Face not dead. Right, no. Okay. The rest of the battle is yours to win or lose. Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Mia. Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see anyway? And who was it that actually killed Misty Faye? Whoever it was, I have to prove it. Me. All by myself. Okay. To be continued. Wow. Wow, we made it. Okay. Okay. Save progress? Yes, okay. We made it. We made it to this bit of the trial. And I think the next one is the end. We have to be close to the end. Must be the last bit of the trial, I'm guessing, and the whole game. Next bit. But yeah, that was it. That was good. A lot of twists and things. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. And I'm very curious on who was the murderer in the end. I don't know. Pearls has some evidence against her, I guess, because she was staying there at the temple when after the lightning hit. So yeah, maybe it was her. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out in the next time.